Happy Vlogmas! Stay tuned!
I'm so sleeping. Instead of laughing, he's like deadly serious.
Filming. I don't know why I started filming that. Alright, we're off to pay our rent because it's the first.
Number 1 day of the month.
We had a really hard time getting started. Oh, my hair's all messed.
My hair's terrible. I'm embarrassed. I didn't primp or preen at all.
That's alright. It's the first of the month.
My mustache is just
Well,
like
we're just gonna get better.
a push broom. It just does that. It does that every time you're almost about to hit something.
Honestly. Yeah, so we're going to find ourselves some internet and pay our rent and play some Candy Crush.
It's cool.
But it's like we had a really hard time getting started today, so it's already 4.
Yeah.
So we're cutting it close. Oh, here's a deer. You missed it. Missed the deer, but very pretty sky today. It rained all yesterday. Oh, I guess you guys know that.
I'm torn. What do you think is better? What do you think is least likely to have somebody...
There's a deer. Did you see it? No, it ran away.
What do you think is least likely to have somebody hacking? Like somebody having a vacuum point to steal all of our information. The chapel, right?
Yeah.
Me too. So we're gonna pay our rent at the chapel.
Well, sounds good. You look so good in like the sunsetty, dusky sun.
Oh, thanks.
Your beard's like picking up on the color, but and your glasses, but nothing else is. It's very cool.
Yeah, my beard is like that. My beard is so changey, colory.
Alright, we'll see you guys in a minute. Ooh, pretty. Pretty lights. Pretty lights at the Hunting Inn. That's what it's called, right?
A fancy restaurant.
Yeah, fancy.
Fancy.
Is it actually an inn, or like was it an inn?
I think it's probably an inn. There's probably like 4 rooms there.
Yeah.
But
Because there's definitely an upstairs. And not that I've ever been in there. I have no idea what it looks like in there.
I think the restaurant was called The Palm.
Oh, the
Still
Palm.
The Palm? It might be.
No, I don't think so. I've heard of the Palm.
But we're going to get Chinese food. Our favorite Chinese food in the world.
Yeah.
That we've ever eaten. Which makes it very limited.
Yeah, it's probably not. It's like our favorite fast food Chinese food. Because like we've eaten other Chinese food restaurants.
That's true, and they are very good.
And there's a Hook Mill, right?
Yeah.
There's Hook Mill. We love a windmill. And then let's see if the church is lit up. No.
Nope.
Still nice looking though.
Oh, look, a big tree.
Oh, good. Good thing I kept it rolling. Hello, tree.
Why, hello.
Thank you very much.
Oh, man. Yeah, I am...
Alright, so we just got some really sad news when we were at Chen's Garden. You want to say?
Are you pointing at me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went to Chen's Garden, my absolute favorite Chinese restaurant. If you've been following us, you've definitely heard us talking about finding the good Chinese food place and stuff, so
Yeah, so
you've heard of this restaurant before.
Yeah, we've been trying to find our Kingston equivalent of this restaurant.
Yeah, or, you know, like
substitute.
Yeah. And so we went to the Chinese food place. We're back for a couple of weeks. We were very excited to go. And we decided to go today because we were working late. It's nighttime. We're setting up. And we told them like, oh man, when we had to move like a few months ago, and the day we were moving, we were like, let's get Chinese food. It's our favorite restaurant out here, right, that we regularly go to, and it might be our favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our favorite restaurant, all told. And it was a Tuesday, and they're closed on Tuesdays, so we couldn't go. We were heartbroken. We were like, it's fine. We will be able to go whenever we come back.
Yeah. Every
And
time we come back,
Every
we're gonna
time we
go.
come back. And
So
we just found
we
out
went
today that might not be true. So we tell them this story, and they say, the sad thing. You want to know the sad thing? And we're like, yeah, what's the sad thing? And they were like, we're closing. We just got a text message from our landlord today that said,
we don't want you to rent here anymore.
yeah. And like, they've been there for 31 years. We went to high school with one of the guys who's worked there for most of the time. It was his first job, and he stayed there. Like, they watched people grow up. Like, these people, I left for 10 years. I came back, and they were like,
They still knew
they
his
knew my
order.
order immediately. They said hi.
Yeah. Like, we've been going there our entire relationship.
Mhm.
And before. Our,
Each of us have gone before, yeah.
yeah.
So there was a time, this would have been 12 or 15 years ago, I was just having a really terrible time. My mom had kicked me out, which was not unusual, but it was a bad time for it. I had other financial responsibilities. It was really rough. Probably the worst my depression ever got. And if you know anything about depression, you just don't want to live to do anything. And so I knew I needed to eat, but I didn't want to. And so my solution was, I am going to find something to eat, and I'm just going to eat this every day. Something that I can deal with, that I don't have to make myself because I didn't have a kitchen or anything like that. So I decided I would see what was on the Chinese food menu that maybe I'd be able to deal with. And it was wonton soup. I never liked wonton soup, but for some reason I got wonton soup and 2 egg rolls. And it worked. I think it was cold because it was winter, and I was like cold, so I wanted soup to warm myself up. And I was like, it is nourishing, right? The broth or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I started every day after work or on lunch or both. I would go and I would get this order, and I would go and I would drive to the beach, and I would sit in my car and eat it. And this happened for weeks and weeks. But after about 2 to 3 weeks, they were like, you can't go. Like, stay. And I was like, no, I'm gonna go. Just give me, like, I'll just take it to go. And they made me sit down. They were like, no, like, you're gonna sit and eat this food. And like, there's like one little booth. No one sits there. It's not that kind of place. The only people I have ever seen sitting there up until that point were the people who worked there, the family and the family members of the employees who worked there. And so I was like, okay, like, I just didn't have the energy, the wherewithal to fight this. And like, that's good. I shouldn't have been trying to fight this. This is somebody, like a member of the community, trying to take care of me, right? And so I sat, and they brought out my food, and like in little dishes, and I ate. And then that became my new thing, is I would go, I would sit, and I would eat. And I did that for another 3 or 4 weeks. So about 2 to 3 months all told. And then I think I ended up moving, basically. I think like that was the ultimate solution to my situation, was to move someplace cheaper and more affordable, and where I had other support, which I just did not have here at the time. And like, I don't know how much of a, like, something happens, like, so I was done. Like, I don't know what my life was going to be, but it wasn't going in a great direction. And I needed all the help I could get. And this was not a huge amount of help, but it was. Like, it wasn't a huge amount of help from them, but it was a huge amount of help to me. Because, like, Yeah, my mom doesn't support me. She doesn't care, right? My friends are unable to support me. Like they were stretched too thin already, or they no longer lived here. And just the people at the Chinese food restaurant who I had been going to for 15 years at that point, who knew me since I was a little kid, they picked up the tiniest bit of slack, the piece of slack that they could pick up, right? And that gave me hope, and that gave me comfort, and it gave me routine. And you need all of those things to break out of depression and to break out of a bad cycle. And I think about that all the time. I eat wonton soup every single time I go to Chinese food. It's become my comfort food. Fatima joked, it wasn't really a joke, and said it's the closest thing I have to like my mom's cooking, which is true. Weirdly true. Or not weirdly true, I don't know. So I don't know. I'm having grief because this Chinese food place might be closing down. I think that's what I have to say.
Yeah, but something that he said when we were there is, we are here today, so we can all be grateful that we're here today. And we don't have to think about tomorrow quite yet.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of things that could happen. They're talking to a lawyer. They're, they have a lot of community support.
Yeah. They might find a new place.
They might find a new place. They might be able to stay. And this is very new news.
Yeah. Literally less than 12 hours old.
Yeah. So we are going to try to eat there as much as possible before we go back to Kingston. And just like he said, like, be grateful for what we have had, what we have right now.
Yeah, for sure. I tell this story because I am so grateful that like they will never. It doesn't matter when they close or if they close or whatever happens. Like they will always be alive and open in my heart. I know it's stupid, but it's real. And then something that I was saying is like you never know, right? Like the cycle changes, the circle moves, things cycle through, and you don't know if you're on the downside or on the upside.
Yeah.
When the things are changing. You only know that when things settle down. And so it's possible that they, like, for instance, the biggest upside for me would be they move to Kingston and they become a Chinese food place that's local to me now where I now live. That's like a silly dream or whatever.
Yeah, but it is possible.
It's possible.
Because it's not easy to stay here.
Yeah.
They were going to do whatever they can to stay here, and I hope they do.
Me too.
But, maybe this is good news for them, and they'll be able to find some place
that's what I'm saying.
Sustainable.
Yeah, maybe they take their expertise, their friendliness, the same thing that built them a hugely successful restaurant in a saturated market where there was like 7 other Chinese places.
Yeah.
When they opened up, and they can take that anywhere if they want, and do it again. And their money's going to go further, like their friendliness is going to go further. Like this is not a good place that rewards those kinds of things.
Right.
And lots of places are. So
yeah, they're also saying, like, just like we already know, the Hamptons is changing. It's not the same as what it was.
Yeah.
They started here 31 years ago, and it was a good place back then.
Yeah.
And it's not the same. And yeah, we moved too. So like we completely understand. Like, just like I was saying the other day, yourself on camera. Just like I was saying yesterday, I think. Like, I'm real sad that I don't still live here, but I'm not sad that I don't still live in 2025 Hamptons. Right. I'm sad I don't still live in 1995 Hamptons.
Yeah.
Or even 2005 Hamptons.
Yeah, it's not... That's what I said. Like, we didn't really move out of the place we love and we grew up. That place moved And,
Yeah.
like, that place changed. That place doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Did the wrong one. I checked. I tried so hard to make sure, and I still did the wrong one.
Yeah, but we're gonna do some work for Sea Monster YK, and maybe some work for the craft fair too. Maybe.
Probably.
And I think we're gonna after that we'll call it a night. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. But thank you so much for listening. This is the billionaires are ruining everything. So
Yeah.
we're just real sad about that.
Yeah. So there's only a couple reasons why. Like, they had asked to renew their lease.
My arms are really tired. Can you take it? Ugh.
Yeah, the billionaires are ruining everything. There's only a couple reasons why you would not tell somebody. Like, the new owner bought the building months ago and said that he would renew the lease. And then the day their lease is up said, you have to be out. And they said they asked him multiple times, and he kept saying he would renew the lease. So, I don't know. We see this a lot where people buy investment properties, kick everybody out, slap a can of paint on it, and charge double the rent. This has become like a TikTok investment landlord like hack. And I have the worst feeling that that's what's going on here. We've seen stuff like that in this town before, and what happens is the buildings stay empty, sometimes for like years and years and years. And it's heartbreaking because it's worse for the community. It's worse for every other business. It's worse for the landlords.
Yeah, it's worse for the landlords, but they do not give any Fs.
Right. We've seen places that have put the rent 10 times higher than what it was. And that means if they don't rent it for 9 years, they're still breaking even. They're still making just as much money as they would have if they had that business in there. And sometimes more money because, like, there's not upkeep and stuff, or as much upkeep. It's a world where the people who own the property are not the people who are part of the community. And that's a real problem.
Yeah.
We rented our apartment and we were happy to say yes in the moment without further research and without further looking because the landlord was very clearly part of the community for multiple reasons. And we were like, okay, yeah, if you're part of the, we trust that this is going to be a good place to live.
I'll come around today. So yeah, if you believe, send good vibes, good juju, pray for them. If you happen to be in driving distance to Chen's Garden,
Yeah, if you live on the east end of Long Island,
visit them.
this might be your last chance, and we think their food is top of the top.
And they will be very grateful. So,
yeah. And some of the most friendly people you'll ever meet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.